Counting down to the Oscars plus resources for AI coming up next. This is the Middle Country Public Library podcast. I'm Sal DiVincenzo. Welcome here in the studio with my fabulous colleagues, Sara.
Hello.
And Nicole Rambo.
Hello.
And spring has sprung here in the studio. I was getting sick of the icicles, so we are moving into spring, and it's
When is March 20th?
well, March 1st is March 1st. I know, March 1st is meteorological spring.
Okay.
Okay, not officially spring. And I think the 20th or the 21st.
When do we spring ahead? The 16th?
No, the 9th.
The 9th.
It's coming up.
Wow.
In a couple weeks.
Wait, that's the good one or the bad one?
That's
No,
the bad
that's
one.
the bad one. That's losing the hour.
It's losing.
Yes.
Losing.
Potentially, that's going to change in the near future because
No, they
many
said that like 2
many
years
Yeah. They've
states,
always
many
said
states
this.
are talking about that.
They've
There's a
been
possibility.
talking about
Yeah,
it
I've
since
been
it
here for this for
started.
years. Yeah.
Well, you never know. You never know. It's okay. All right. So let's jump in. Who would like to go first this week?
I'll go first.
All right.
Yeah.
Oscars.
Okay, so the Oscars are coming up this Sunday. Yeah, so we'll go over like briefly one of the awards is Best Picture.
Okay.
So we'll just go over that briefly.
Which is the last one they announce.
What?
That's the last one they announce, right?
Yeah, because they want you to
very
stay
end.
for the whole 4
Stay
hours.
for-
Yeah.
But it got me thinking, who are the Academy Awards? What is this?
Like, who is the Academy?
Well, yeah, like
Is
who
this
are
the
these?
foreign film press or whatever?
No, that's
the Golden Globes.
That's the Fun Awards, is what they say.
The
This is
Academy.
the Academy.
The Academy.
The Academy
So who
Awards.
is this esteemed Academy? All right.
You know,
So-
don't you?
Well, I looked it up. Very easy. It's on the Academy Awards website. So it says who. Academy membership is limited to film artists working in the production of theatrically released motion pictures.
Okay.
The Academy has 19 branches for the crafts ranging from actors to writers, and the artist representatives category for individuals who work in motion picture as a representative. Talent
So
agents.
reps.
Yeah, agents, I guess.
Okay.
So, how does one become in a member, right?
Money.
So, well, yeah, the Academy's membership process is by sponsorship, not
Yeah,
application.
sponsors. There you go. Money.
Candidates must be sponsored by 2 Academy members already in the branch to which they seek admission.
Okay, so if you're a cinematographer,
You have to have two
Two
other
cinematographers,
buds.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so these are like the voting members. So these
Yes.
are- everyone gets
members
to
of
vote.
vote.
Yeah. Additionally, Academy Award nominees are automatically considered for membership and do not require sponsors. Yeah. So,
That's like a ton of people.
Yeah.
Is
yeah.
it a lifetime membership?
No, not for Will Smith.
Did he get kicked out?
Yeah.
Membership reviews take place once a year in the spring.
You can't have slap someone.
Okay. So,
Not unless the movie's about slapping people.
however, I didn't put this in order. I'm sorry, guys. So, there are different rules for each thing, right? So there's animation, artist representatives, casting directors, cinematographers, costume designers, blah, 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 blah.
Okay.
So they're all different.
They're all different.
They're
They're
all
all different, like guidelines of what they need to be in it. So you're like, oh, I can't just be in like SAG and, you know.
Yeah.
So to be considered, you have to have a minimum of 3 theatrical feature film credits.
Okay.
So you've been 3 films,
3 movies.
in all of which the roles played were scripted. So you
Okay.
had to speak.
Okay.
One of which was released in the past 5 years,
Oh, okay.
and all of which are of a caliber that reflects the high standards of the Academy. So we all know what that excludes.
Good movies.
Adult films.
Oh.
Oh,
Might be
yes.
scripted, it might be recent, it might be in a lot of them,
Oh.
but no.
It's not up to the
The
standards.
standards.
Not up to the standards, but the adult film industry has their own awards.
Oh yeah, they don't care. They're like, no, who cares, right?
And they don't even care. You don't even have
They're
to be
having
in
a good
movie.
time in Vegas.
Yeah. Okay, and/or have been nominated for an Academy Award in one of the acting categories, or have, in the judgment of the Actors Branch Executive Committee, otherwise achieved a unique distinction, earned special merit, or made an outstanding contribution as a motion picture actor. And I think that alludes to what maybe Sal was talking about.
What?
Money.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so...
So it's all corrupt, is what you're saying.
Well, you know, it is Hollywood. So...
Oh, I know all about Hollywood now after Blake Lively. Justin Bell, it's still going.
Oh, boy. Yeah, I think the SNL stirred it up, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that didn't help.
Yep.
It was just about going away, and then...
Oh, I know. Okay. So, you know, in each award, they have their own sort of guidelines.
Yeah.
So voting procedures. All right. So how do these people vote? All eligible Academy members participate in Oscars voting. Best Picture nominations are determined by eligible members from all the 19 Academy branches.
Okay.
In other categories, the nominations are determined by members of that specific branch. Which makes sense,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So
You don't know how editing works if you're working on a different...
Exactly.
you might be like, oh,
if you're a representative...
that outfit looks like a trash
Yeah.
can, but meanwhile, that took like a lot of skill, right? There's all these things, right? There's preliminary voting, regular voting, et cetera, et cetera.
Wow.
All 23 award categories are voted on in the nominations voting round. Now, they do have here in the website, not here in the paper, but on the website, they tell you all of the films that they choose and vote for.
Oh, okay.
So what happens is the film can submit...
There,
not the
submit
film.
for consideration.
Yes.
For your consideration.
It's called an OSM.
Okay.
Oscar something.
Yeah.
And it has to meet all these criteria. But what are these criteria? What are they? There are 6 U.S. qualifying cities where a film has to have a 1-week theatrical release run.
Right.
Okay.
That's what like Netflix was doing to get all their stuff
Yes.
in there.
Yes.
They're
Yeah.
putting it in. Yes.
Okay. What are the... Okay, so that is L.A., New York, San Francisco, Chicago,
Yeah.
Dallas, Fort Worth, and Atlanta.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
half of them were shot there.
So those are the areas that just they just have to run for 1 week only.
Yeah.
And it could be in an art house.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. What are the 50 top U.S. markets in which a film would need an expanded theatrical run to meet the additional theatrical standards for Best Picture? So they have to run in these 50 markets also. Okay, I'm not going to run them off, but you can imagine.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
ready? To be eligible for grand entry.
Finally.
Film. Hey, well, don't you guys want to know how to become a member? So the Oscar submission form is what you have to fill out.
Oh, it's an actual form.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that
So-
online, do you think?
Yeah.
I have to assume it is online now, right?
I don't think so.
No?
Because I looked.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
maybe we can't access it. It's like private.
They send
Yeah,
you,
I
they
thi-
send you a
yeah.
tiny URL. Say,
Yeah.
this is where you
Well,
you
it
go.
says, okay, so submit a film.
Yes.
Okay. Go to submissions.oscars.org to register
Okay.
and request access
Okay.
to the feature film categories. If approved,
Yes.
you will receive an automated email with instructions.
Yes. So it is. They'll probably have to upload it to their server, and
Yeah,
then they're
if
going to
you
distribute it.
are an Academy member or have submitted in the past, you do not need to register.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you have to do is you have to fill out this form. To confirm your eligibility, you'll be asked about the film's qualifying release and technical info about the release, print, cast, and crew credits. And you have to have all this information to enter the final booking and screening times for your Oscar submission form.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have to have a complete cast and crew credits.
Yeah. They want to know everything.
Yeah. Typically, the complete credits include the opening title credits, all the cast and crew, such as producers, directors, designers, appearing in the front and end of the film, which can be a lot,
Yeah.
especially like the special effects movies and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's an additional separate registration and submission process for music, awards, and consideration. So it's very complicated.
It is complicated. And interestingly enough, I heard that there is a Apple TV app and an Android TV app that members can download so they can watch the films, the films that are for
So they'll
consideration
get like sent out screeners
on there. Instead, they don't
Yeah.
do the screeners
Yeah.
anymore. Yeah, so on the
Okay.
TV, smart TV.
So you can actually go to this website and it will give you a list of all the films that have been submitted and accepted to be voted for. And I didn't print it out, but it was 42 pages long.
Wow.
But that's like international,
Yeah,
short,
yeah.
everything.
Everything, yeah.
So general entry is due by November 14th.
Okay.
And it has to be in the prior year.
Yeah,
to
obviously.
be submitted.
Yeah.
Preliminary voting is in December. The short lists are then announced on December 17th, which I don't understand because then eligibility, I don't know what's wrong with me today, ends December 31st. The nominations start just January 8th and 12th.
Okay.
And then the announcements on January 17th. So it's pretty quick.
So like over the holidays, you're watching all these movies,
Yeah.
and then you're putting in your final.
Yeah. Final voting is February 11th and 18th.
Okay.
And then March is the...
Yeah, so it's short.
Yeah.
Yeah, short.
So if you want to know who votes for these, it's the people that are making the movies.
who are members of
Yeah.
of the
Yeah. So quickly, Best Picture is what everyone wants to know, right? Usually in directing. So there are a lot of movies up for the Best Picture award, right?
Yes.
First one is called Anora.
Okay.
Sean Baker is the director, who's also up for Best Director. Nora is an audacious, thrilling, and comedic variation on a modern-day Cinderella story. Mikey Madison captivates as Annie, a young sex worker from Brooklyn, whose life takes an unexpected turn when she meets and impulsively marries Vanya, the impetuous son of a Russian billionaire. However, when Vanya's parents catch wind of this union, they send their henchmen to annul the marriage, setting off a wild chase through the streets of New York.
Okay. So Rotten Tomatoes, 94% critics, 90% audience.
Which is funny because I saw the trailer for this and I was like, what kind of movie is this? Okay. Then we have The Brutalist,
The Brutalist.
directed by Brady Corbett, starring Adrian Brody. Felicity Jones, Guy Pearce. I didn't know this. I was like, what is this about? A man, like a mean
Someone
person?
who's brutal.
Yeah, that's what I thought, but it's a type
not.
of architecture.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Okay, escaping post-war Europe, visionary architect Laszlo Toth arrives in America to rebuild his life, his work, and his marriage to his wife Erzsébet, after being forced apart during wartime by shifting borders and regimes. On his own, in a strange new country, Laszlo settles in Pennsylvania, as one would, where the wealthy and prominent industrialist Harrison Lee Van Buren recognizes his talent for building, but power and legacy come at a heavy cost.
94% critics, 80% audience.
You would hate it. It's 4 hours long.
No.
It's like 3 hours and 40 minutes.
Sorry. So it's
Is
like
it really?
it's like
Yeah.
3 days worth of watching
That's-
TV.
It's not. It's not right. It's not right.
It's a long story.
It's not necessary. It's not right. Then
Okay.
make it a show.
Yeah.
A Complete Unknown by James Mangold with the Timothy Chalamet, Edward Norton, Elle Fanning, and Scoot McNairy. I just like that name. New York, 1961, against the backdrop of a vibrant music scene and tumultuous cultural upheaval, an enigmatic 19-year-old from Minnesota, who could that be, arrives with his guitar and revolutionary talent, destined to change the course of American music. There's more, but I won't go on.
81% critics, 96% audience.
The audience is all 16-year-old girls,
Yes.
maybe? Okay, so we have...
He had a good speech when he won his SAG award, though.
How old is he?
25.
He's playing the 19-year-old?
He looks like a 19-year-old.
He does. He looks young.
Very young.
Conclave, starring Ralph Fiennes.
Which is coming up, I'm sorry.
I was going to say, I was like, this is going to be happening in real life. Yeah. R.I.P.
Yeah.
You better go to...
I better go to church.
Yeah, Stanley Tucci, the Tucci Gang, John Lithgow, Isabella Rossellini. Okay, directed by Edward Berger. Conclave follows one of the world's most secretive and ancient events, selecting the Popa. Cardinal Lawrence is tasked with running this covert process after the unexpected death of the beloved Pope. Once the Catholic Church's most powerful leaders have gathered from around the world and are locked together in the Vatican halls, Lawrence uncovers a trail of deep secrets left in the dead Pope's wake. Secrets which could shake the foundations of the Church.
93% critics, 86% audience. Watch it up until the last 10 minutes. Just turn it off 10 minutes before the movie ends and you'll love it.
Oh, boy. Okay, so Dune Part 2.
Part 2.
But also starring Timothée Chalamet, Zendaya, right?
Zendaya.
I think it's Daya.
Zendaya.
Zendaya. Mrs. Spider-Man.
Mrs. Spider-Man, yeah.
Mrs. Spider-Man.
Rebecca Ferguson and Josh Brolin. The saga.
Who was he?
He's one of the generals, I guess.
Oh my God,
Right.
I hate him.
He's supposed to be this
He's
really
Thanos, right? That's him.
He's in everything.
I
He
don't
is
like him.
Thanos, yeah.
And he was in Deadpool as Cable.
Cable, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, like dude, those are the people
don't
in
like
the
him.
Academy Awards.
He was in the American version of that Korean movie.
Old Boy?
Yeah.
Which one did he play?
Old boy.
Old Boy.
Oh, well, then he deserves what he. Okay. The saga continues as an award-winning filmmaker, Denis Villeneuve, embarks on Dune Part 2, the next chapter of Frank Herbert's celebrated novel Dune, with an expanded all-star international ensemble cast.
It was good.
92% to 95%.
Okay.
This next one that I think you're going to talk about is probably the one that's going to win, but I want to tell you what the ratings are at the end.
I'm sure. Amelia Perez.
There you go.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to show you what they provided with the synopsis.
Yes, for you not watching, it's literally a sentence.
They want you to watch it because they didn't want to give away
Yes.
too much. So it has 4 remarkable women that pursue happiness in Jacques Audiard's audacious, genre-defying film that unfolds through a fever dream of original songs and dance.
Okay, so this is the lowest critic rating movie, so it's 72%. The audience rating
15.
is 17%.
I've not heard of one good thing about this movie.
I haven't either.
No.
Yeah.
I saw a clip and I thought it was a joke.
Yeah,
I didn't think that was
like
like
a Saturday Night Live skit.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It makes very little sense. So I'm still here. There's 10 films in this. Okay.
Yeah, there's always a lot.
We're still here, folks. I'm still here. Rio de Janeiro, early 1970s. Brazil faces the tightening grip of a military dictatorship. We are introduced to the Pevas, a father, Rubens, a mother, Eunice, and their 5 children. They live by the beach in a rented house with doors constantly open to friends. The affection and humor they share among themselves are their own forms of resistance to the oppression that hangs over the country. The moving story of this family, based on Marcelo Rubens Paiva's memoir, helped to reconstruct an important part of Brazil's hidden history.
Yeah, 96, 98.
Oh.
Yeah, that cannot be seen anywhere. All these other films you can kind
Or
of
Netflix, or
you can kind of. I don't know why I printed this out the time. You can kind of see, but that one is very hard to see.
why? Because it's Netflix, or
No, it's not even available
it's
on
not
Netflix.
available
It's just
on-
not,
just not around.
streaming. It's not
oh, maybe that'll be the dark horse. Maybe that's the one that wins.
because no one has seen it. Yeah. Also, another one that's very hard to see is Nickel Boys. Based on the Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Colson Whitehead, people have read it. Nickel Boys chronicles a powerful friendship between 2 young black teenagers navigating the harrowing trials of reform school together in Florida.
Okay, 9076.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we have The Substance,
Oh, yeah.
which is odd because it's a horror film with Demi Moore, Margaret Qualley, and Dennis Quaid. Director is Coralie Fargeat. We will find out Sunday how I am doing with my pronunciations. The trick is to do it with confidence.
Yes.
I'm
Yeah,
saying.
exactly.
Like, what's his face? Adina Denzel. Or whatever he said. Yeah.
Demi Moore gives a career best performance as Elizabeth Sparkle, a former A-lister past her prime and suddenly fired from her fitness TV show by repellent studio head Harvey, by Dennis Quaid. She's then drawn into the opportunity presented by a mysterious new drug, The Substance. All it takes is one injection, and she is reborn temporarily as the gorgeous 20-something Sue. The only rule: times need to be split exactly 1 week in one body.
Yeah, that's 89 for the critics, 75 for the audience.
Oh,
Apparently,
wow.
it's pretty like graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a body horror. I think
Yeah,
we talked about it as
but-
body
yeah,
horror,
yeah.
yeah. Last but not least, Wicked, with Cynthia Erivo, Ariana Grande, Jonathan Bailey, Ethan Slater, Bowen Yang, Peter Dinklage, Michelle Yeoh, and Jeff Goldblum. Directed by John Chu, M. Chu. One of the most beloved and enduring musicals on the stage, Wicked makes its journey to the big screen as a spectacular cinematic event this holiday season, blah, 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 blah. Wicked Part 2, though, is November 21st.
Yeah.
We all know what it's about.
So it's 88, 95.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, that makes sense.
And Cynthia Erivo announced as host of the Tonys this year.
Look at Good for her.
Yeah. Very good, Sarah.
So it's a lot.
So Amelia Perez is going to be the one that's going to win because 17% of the audience loved it.
Hey. Well, you never know.
Yeah, you never know.
You never know. I mean, I haven't seen it. I thought it was a series, to be honest with you. I didn't know it was a movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had no idea what it was, and then I saw the clip, and I was like, "Is that a joke?"
I feel like, and it's funny because it's like universally not liked. Like everybody likes it. You think like certain demographic would like it. No, they don't like it either.
Yeah.
Nobody likes it.
Yeah. Well,
we'll see what happens.
But that's a little inside peek.
All right, little inside peek into the Oscars. Thank you, Sarah.
You got it.
Nicole, you're talking about AI.
Yeah, I'm just talking about a resource if you're looking to teach teens about AI.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so in the summer, I'm doing a little AI program for teens, and I will be using this resource. And then if you homeschool or, if your kid's just interested in it, Stanford University, which I've heard of, they have what's called CRAFT, C-R-A-F-T. It's classroom-ready resources about AI for teaching. So it is a co-design initiative from the Stanford Graduate School of Education. I just wanted to say, we all know Stanford's an excellent school. I'm not saying nothing about Stanford. However, in my previous career, I've talked about this. I was a sign language interpreter, and I interpreted many people in many different places. I also interpreted at a good school. It wasn't Stanford, but at a good school. And they were some of the dumbest people I've ever met in my life. Truly, to be honest. They were very dumb. Everyone.
Send your complaints to Nicole Rambo at...
Were they in theoretical fields maybe where they don't have practical knowledge?
It was all fields, all people. They were some of the dumbest things I've ever heard said. I just say that to say, I love these resources. They're great and whatever. I just want to caution people. I think sometimes we get so enamored by certain things, whether it be like these Ivy League schools like Stanford, Harvard, or whatever, or like anyone who has like a certain job or some kind of credential that like they must be. They're not. They don't must be anything.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, I worked at a medical school library. I won't say which one. So these were all to-be doctors. And it was alarming. Yeah. as you have stated, dumb. And that definitely wiped my glasses of any,
rose-colored glasses.
Yeah, because I was like, oh.
Yeah, and it's just more about you can appreciate the history and where they're coming from, and that it's can be rigorous, and but don't just automatically assume that everything they say is like truth or fact or the best thing that it could be. Side note.
Yeah. So now our in-house AI expert is about to
don't listen to me either.
To drop some knowledge,
right? That's like the point. You just don't listen to me either. Anyway, so these people at Stanford have something to say. CRAFT is a collaboration with the Graduate School of Education and Institute for Human-Centered AI. It's a collection of co-designed, free AI literacy resources about AI for high school teachers to help students explore, understand, question, and critique AI. It intentionally pursues a multidisciplinary approach so educators with a variety of discipline backgrounds can teach about AI. So I guess you could be like an E&L teacher, you could be a tech teacher, you could be a math teacher, and incorporate in different ways.
Cool.
So it is good. They have a little video about it, what it is. They do, again, co-design, multidisciplinary, currents. I think they're always updated. It's a lot of them are Google Drives, the Google Forms and stuff that you can make. And they say it's flexible. There's some shorter lessons, longer lessons. They give you a full lesson plan. They give you everything like your teacher would have, like the learning objectives, the questions explored, concepts. They give you the links to everything.
All right.
So I thought there's one I could do with you guys.
Oh, fun.
Okay.
All right. So it's on a continuum. So there is a maybe section.
Maybe.
So it's definitely not AI, definitely AI, or some might be they might use some AI sometimes. Okay. A pedometer.
A pedometer?
Mm-hmm. Is it AI, not AI, or maybe?
Not AI.
Okay. Spotify song recommendations.
Oh,
AI.
Definitely AI. Yeah.
Self-checkout kiosk.
No, not AI.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go over them. Automatic toilet flusher.
No, I hope not.
A little AI.
I don't know. Maybe Toto, right?
A little AI.
Grammarly.
Oh,
Yes.
definitely AI, yeah.
Vacuum robots.
No.
A little AI.
Instagram feed.
Really?
A little AI.
Google search.
Oh, definitely
Yes.
AI. Now it's AI. Yeah.
Automatic door.
No. Nothing.
A digital camera.
Yeah, a little AI. My Sony has a little AI in it. Yeah, it does.
Photoshop.
Oh, definitely. Definitely AI.
Mobile navigation apps.
Oh, I hope no. I hope not.
Like Google Maps.
You don't want to go there.
Oh, Google Maps?
Yeah, mobile.
wanna go
Google
here.
navigation.
A little
Yes.
AI. A little bit of AI.
Because they have to reroute and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apple Siri.
Yes.
Poorly AI.
Facial recognition.
Oh, absolutely AI.
A drone with a controller.
Maybe a little for the distance.
I don't know.
To make sure you're not getting too close to things. Maybe. Yeah.
Isn't everything AI now? Just say
everything
yes
is
to
AI,
everything.
yeah.
And last one, face filters.
Yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely AI.
All right, let's see how we did. So things that are definitely AI. Siri, you guys
Yeah,
said. Facial recognition.
Yep.
Face filters.
Yeah.
The Instagram feed.
Yeah.
The mobile-based navigation apps.
Okay.
Those are AI. The Spotify song recommendations.
yeah.
And vacuum robots.
Vacuum robots is
AI
AI.
is used for autonomous navigation and cleaning. It might be
that's-
like simple AI.
Oh, it's terrible.
But things
How?
that... Oh,
yeah,
They advanced.
my robot vacuum just
It
kicked my
doesn't-
butt.
it doesn't like
'Cause
go
I
down
said-
the stairs and stuff.
Yeah, but is that just because
I
it's
thought that was
sensors?
I thought that was radar, or lidar.
Well, again, what I just said about people from Stanford doesn't mean they're always right.
They have the fancy
I'm thinking
robots.
it uses some AI. Yes.
yeah,
I'm
so-
thinking if it sees stairs, it's not going to go close enough to where obviously.
I don't have a fancy.
But I think
My house is literally too small to have
Yeah.
one. It kept
My,
getting like
my
stuck.
animals would kill it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I bet you if you had a picture of stairs, like sometimes you can get those pictures that look 3D.
Yeah.
I bet you if that put it in front of it, it would not go over it because it thinks it's stairs.
Probably.
So mess up the AI.
It would trick me.
All right, things that are not AI. I don't even think this was on here, but alarm clock is not AI. Automatic doors are not AI.
Yeah.
The automatic toilet flusher is not AI.
God. No, I don't want.
Digital cameras, they say aren't, but I guess depending on when this is.
I have a little AI
Yeah.
in my camera.
Elevators are not AI, and the pedometer is not AI.
Yeah.
And some things that might have AI in it, a drone with a controller.
Okay.
Might have
Yeah.
some, depends on the level of autonomy and intelligence. Photoshop uses some AI powered features, but it's manual too. The self-checkout kiosk could use AI for scanning and interaction, but often works with basic automation. And a washing machine actually have some basic sensors, but AI use is minimal or not existent. So. Oh yeah, so I thought
cool.
that one was fun.
Yeah.
And so if you homeschool or even if you're a teacher, you're looking for a lesson plan and AI is coming up in your classroom, I would definitely check it out. I think it is a good resource.
Cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Nice. Very good. Thank you, Nicole.
And if you went to an Ivy League school, I'm sorry. I'm sure you're much smarter than me. Just the point I was making was doesn't mean that you are.
Backpedal.
It's interesting you mentioned the toilet in AI. I'm going to tell you that is probably coming though, because I don't know if it's in South Korea or in Japan, they have urinals. Okay, that when you go in,
They tell you if you have a UTI.
yeah, they can diagnose. They can
Go
diagnose.
to doctor.
They can diagnose certain conditions that you would be able to diagnose from a urinalysis.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, great.
I want that.
I know, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So like you sit down on the bowl, it's like Taco Bell. Oh no. Oh, you've
What school did you go to, Sal?
Dowling doesn't exist anymore. I think the class they're teaching there right now is anti trespassing. Yeah. So that does it. You've made it to the end of the episode. If you want to listen to older episodes or read our show notes, visit our website, mcplpodcast.com. If you watched us on YouTube, we'd greatly appreciate a subscribe, because over 75% of you are not subscribed to our channel, and yet you're watching us. So what's that all about? So definitely hit the subscribe button. And look, if you liked us talking about AI toilets, hit the like button. We'd appreciate it. So for Sara Fade and Nicole Rambo, I'm Sal DiVincenzo. See you on the next show.